James and Max here. Today is May 4th, and I've been, Max's English is like better than mine in a lot of ways, but I was just talking to Max about like crazy things that we say in English or in the United States that people don't know where it comes from. Like real McCoy, whole nine yards. What was the other one I said? Real McCoy, whole nine yards. Shoot, there was another one there. But
Ah,
real McCoy, whole nine yards, and whatever. And like, these are things that we say but people don't necessarily know where they came from. Rule of thumb was another one, rule
oh
of
yeah,
thumb.
yeah.
And so talking about these phrases and where they come from. But, it's kind of interesting how that parallels with being affiliate. Sometimes you say things, but it's like that's just because you're supposed to say it a certain way. Like when you talk about like a phrase like call to action, or we always talk about traffic, or we always talk about AI. Like sometimes you'll find yourself just kind of saying things that it's almost like you're just repeating what others are saying. So all that to say is sometimes just sit back and say to yourself, am I just kind of repeating what everybody else is saying, or am I doing something different? Am I doing something different with my business? And that's part of what makes it fun to be an affiliate, is that in a lot of ways it's a science, yes, like about views and about traffic and about conversions, but in other ways it's an art. In a lot of ways I feel like this is a way for me, being on the online world is like a way to express myself. So just like I'm talking to Max, like this is fun to talk and do what we want to do. I get to say what I want to say. Think about that in terms of your online business. Yes, traffic is important. Yes, conversions are important. Making money and all those things, providing value is important, but what is it that you can do that you can be yourself? Maybe you would like to dress a certain way. Maybe you like to talk about where you're from, or you're into whatever. More and more, personalize it and make it fun, because the more that you can make it fun, the more that you will last. The more that you because hard times are going to happen. And I think Max and I both had some crazy situations yesterday, and just trying to deal with that. But we got through it. And Max, a lot of times, credit to you, is got a really good attitude with things. And not that I'm perfect, not that Max is perfect, not that we have all the answers, but it's like the more that you can, like we were talking about earlier today, Max, and I was talking about a certain thing, and you're like, that's why you're not trying to get too high on the highs and too low on the lows.
Yeah.
And I know that, and I say that too, but it's one thing to say it, and it's another thing to do it, right? Do what I say, not what I do. And but it's so true. The more that you have success, the more there's a song I used to like, it's called Mo Money, Mo Problems. And the more money you get, the more problems you'll have. And you just have to expect that. The more that you do, like the more that we grow, like the more support we have, the more challenges, the more things break. But that's part of it. And you have to understand that that's part of the game. And because some people, I feel like something, it's not that they want it easy. They'll do work, but like when things happen, it's like it really bothers them, right? Oh, this website went down, this traffic source went down, or God, this person was rude to me. It's like that's just I'm not saying I'm bulletproof, but I'm so used to it now that it's like, something's gonna, just like I wake up every day, I owe somebody $1,000. Okay. And when I wake up every day, there's gonna be a problem. But I try not to look at it as a problem. It's a challenge. It's a challenge that we have to overcome. So I know I'm talking about all kinds of things here, but bottom line is, life is one thing, challenges you have in life, but in terms of business, the one of the ways you win is by fixing challenges, by providing solutions to problems. That's how you get paid. So just know that, just become as much as possible someone that enjoys this, enjoys those challenges, enjoy overcoming those challenges, and become a machine in saying, hey, I had some success. Don't be like, oh, I'm king of the world, because tomorrow, it might go to crap. But if it goes to crap, don't be all down in the dumps. Just keep going, and that's how you win. So Max, that's what I had for today.
Yeah, yeah, that was amazing because I always look at my online business as a real life monopoly. For me, it's a lot of fun playing that game because I get paid real money, whereas like you play Monopoly, you don't earn a single cent. but like this is way more fun. This is so different to what most of the people do. Like I feel like I'm not really part of all of this here. Like I don't really need to care about most of the things out there, only because I work online and I don't have to listen to anybody. I mean, I listen to James, but like he's not my boss. Like I didn't sign a contract with him for 5 years. This is just, it's just, for me, this is really like a game that pays you money, and I like those challenges because, like, why do you play games? Because you want challenges, right? If everything was easy, you'd get bored and you'd be like, okay, I'm making money, but like it's just so easy, like I don't really enjoy it anymore. If it's too easy, I mean, might sound good, but I'm telling you that in like a year, 2 years from now, you'll be bored because money will become normal. But if there are no challenges, you're just going to be like, okay, now I'm making money, but I'm still not happy because what I'm doing is too easy. You know what I mean? So that it's good to have challenges. It's good that you're obviously passionate about what you're doing. It's good that you go, like, you need to go the extra mile. You need to experiment a lot as well. Try different things. If you fail, all right, okay, it's still not the end of the world, because another good thing about running an online business is that, it's not very risky because you don't need to invest a ton of money. If you open a restaurant in New York City, you spend like $500,000 on the place, on, like, you hire people, marketing, this and that. If it fails, then you'll be in big trouble. If you spend a couple of hours trying something out in your online business, it doesn't work, still didn't cost you anything, and the next day you can try something else and you will find something that will work. And many things work, but not everything works. Some things only work for certain people because they can make them work. But again, it's good to have these challenges because it can get really boring. I'm telling you. I'm happy that not everything is super easy. I'm happy that we show up here every day, even though I could now do something else and it's a Sunday, but that's a challenge too. Like, can we also make these videos on Sundays? Yes, we can, because we just do it. So yeah, that's really it for today, guys. If you want to join the Elite, there is also going to be a link down below. We've got 100+ members in there now. That's pretty nice. And if you want to be one of those, there's a free a 7-day free trial down below that you can check out. Software, funnel builders, advanced strategies, direct access to us, direct access to our best students, recurring commissions on our elite community, and also low ticket commissions, giveaway,
Live calls.
all kinds of products, live calls, yeah, all kinds of stuff linked down below. And that's it for today, guys.